Hello, this is Shanita, author of How to Have This and That. Let's talk about giving yourself permission. Yes, giving yourself permission. Give yourself permission to have this and that. Give yourself permission to be healthy, successful, prosperous, abundantly wealthy, loved, and happy. Once you give yourself permission and allow the good into your life, you will start to see your desires show up for you as your reality. Your state of being determines your circumstances, that is, your thoughts and your feelings. Bashar says circumstances don't matter, that is, materialize. Only your state of being matters, that is, it materializes. The idea is to understand that circumstances do not determine your state of being. Your state of being determines your circumstances. Agree that you will allow yourself to be the best that you can be. Give yourself permission to do that. Permission is normally attained by getting approval from someone else. When it comes to our lives, we only need ourselves to give ourselves permission to be, do, and have. Most of the time, you already know answers to the questions. You are just looking for someone to second the motion and to cheer you on. You can give yourself permission to do whatever, and you don't have to wait for someone else's approval. You deserve to live life on your terms. There was a time in my life before I made any decisions, I had to call every family member and all my friends and all the tribe to share my ideas before I made a decision. I was really calling them for them to give me permission. You already know what happened in some cases. I was talked out of some of my ideas. Guess what? In some cases, I was really looking to be talked out of my ideas, if I want to be honest with myself, because I could have easily given myself permission and gone ahead with my ideas. Sad, but the truth will set you free. It set me free. Giving yourself permission to do anything means that you accept and trust yourself and that you know that you are good enough. Asking for advice or someone's opinion is different from asking their permission. You know you can be anything, do anything, have anything, whatever, without asking anyone else's permission. Yes, you can. When you give yourself permission, it allows you to choose and to make the choices you want to make, the choices that are best for you. There is power in giving yourself permission. Bashar says, give yourself permission slips. Trust your intuition. Be AAC, awake, aware, and conscious. For when you are consciously connected to your inner power, where wisdom lies. Here are just a few examples of giving yourself permission. I gave myself permission to not feel guilty about everything. I gave myself permission to step out of my comfort zone. I gave myself permission to ask for what I want. I gave myself permission to be who I am. I gave myself permission to live life on my terms. I gave myself permission to have my own agenda. I gave myself permission to move on. I gave myself permission to start over. I gave myself permission to be healthy. I gave myself permission to be abundantly wealthy. I gave myself permission to be happy and joy-filled. I gave myself permission to succeed. I gave myself permission to forgive myself for whatever. I gave myself permission to forgive others for whatever. I gave myself permission to release the past. I gave myself permission to be all right with where I am and who I am right now. I gave myself permission to live my glorious life now. I gave myself permission to be whomever I want, do whatever I want, have whatever I want, whenever I want. I gave myself permission to have this and that. The next time you feel like you have to ask someone else for permission for something that you need or want, look in the mirror and ask the person you see in the mirror yourself. Then tell yourself, permission granted. Yes, give yourself permission to be awake, aware, and conscious, to be, do, and to have this and that. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel and inviting others to do likewise. Click like. Contact me for speaking engagements and workshops. Follow me on Facebook, Shanita V. Cummings Lewis, and my fan page on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is Health, Wealth, and Time Freedom. Be awake, aware, and conscious. Yes, you have permission to have this and that. Health, wealth, and time freedom all at the same time. Is it wonderful? Yes, it is wonderful. Thank you for being a part of my world where all things are possible. Thank you.